Have you ever thought about what it could be like to live entirely on the sea and traverse the ferocious waves of the vast ocean? The Bajau tribe of Southeast Asia stands out as a unique community, as they've crafted a one-of-a-kind existence entirely on water. These nomadic seafarers embrace an adventurous and challenging existence, living far from the security of land. Come explore the fascinating world of the real masters of the waves, the Bajau. The Bajau, known as the Sea Gypsies, are a nomadic maritime community. They roam the seas across South Asia, from Indonesia to the Philippines. Each subgroup weaves its own cultural tale, united by their deep connection to the salty waters they call home. Even though some have recently relocated closer to land, they still maintain a strong connection to their marine ancestry by living along the coast. The Bajau people mostly live above the water in stilt houses or boats. They are expert free divers. Like birds soaring through the sky, they smoothly descend into the deep sea to seek food, not just fun. They acquired their ability to collect fish and other marine treasures over many centuries. The real marvel of the Bajau lies in their capability for underwater feats, making them the masters of the deep blue. They are famous for their amazing ability to free dive, holding their breath for extended periods of time while diving extremely deep. Even when submerged 230 feet below the surface of the ocean, some Bajau people are able to hold their breath for an amazing 13 minutes. Most people, on the other hand, can only do so for around a minute. This tribe's distinctive features set them apart from the rest, especially when it comes to their aquatic prowess. They spend a lot of time under the sea, sometimes for over 5 hours each day. And guess who holds the record for the longest time spent underwater without taking a single breath? You got it. The Bajau divers. They're the champions of the deep. Bajau children are already proficient divers and swimmers at an early age. By the age of 8, they are highly skilled in both underwater and fishing. These skills have been handed down through the ages. Can you imagine intentionally popping your eardrum? Just the thought itself might send shivers down your spine. But believe it or not, some Bajau divers do just that to get better at diving deep. They're ready to face the intense pressure and currents below the surface in their quest to become true underwater daredevils. But sadly, this can cause hearing issues as they age. Due to their lifestyle and proximity to the water, the Bajau people have experienced significant physical transformations, likely due to genetic variations. According to research, their enlarged spleens enable them to hold their breath longer while underwater. Additionally, they have extraordinary underwater vision, which improves their hunting and fishing skills. The Bajau have a strong connection to the ocean in many facets of their lives. They might be the last true seafaring people. Their navigational abilities are not only taught, they are lived and handed down through the generations. The influence of the sea extends to every aspect of their lives, shaping not only their diet, but also their spiritual beliefs, which they celebrate with rites and rituals. The Bajau Sea Gypsies originate from the southern Philippines. Over centuries, they migrated across Southeast Asia, mostly settling in the coastal areas of Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Their seafaring skills helped them adapt to changing times. They navigated through diverse cultures and political landscapes shaped by trade, colonialism, and the search for new fishing grounds. Bajau's adaptation to life on the water is an incredible tale of resilience and innovation. Their deep understanding of the ocean helps them thrive, but it's not all smooth sailing. There are challenges along the way. When the colonial powers showed up in Southeast Asia, things got shaken up for the Bajau. But guess what? They stayed true to their unique lifestyle, thanks to their close bond with the sea. Their homes, mainly stilt houses and boats, are marvels of adaptation. Made from bamboo, wood, and thatch, these homes are built to withstand the tides and weather. Their open layouts also keep them refreshingly cool, even in the tropical heat. The Bajau are famous for their incredible lepa-lepa houseboats. These floating homes aren't just places to live, they are the symbols of the Bajau's whole way of life on the sea. Built from local materials like mangrove wood, these boats are resilient and ready to handle whatever the ocean throws their way. And inside? Well, it's all about making the most of every inch with clever spaces for cooking, sleeping, and storing stuff. The living space is usually pretty basic, since the ocean is their big playground. Families spend their days on boats, with kids learning to swim and fish early on, vital skills for their way of life. Bajau settlements are close-knit groups of people whose neighbors are like family, whether they are on land or in the water. While some settle down, the nomadic tradition lives on, moving about according to the weather, fishing conditions, or maintenance needs. Relocation is a team effort, showing their strong spirit and deep-rooted resilience. Living a semi-nomadic life is not easy for Bajau. They have to constantly adjust to the ever-changing ocean conditions, which means they need to know the sea like the back of their hands. Their homes, whether on stilts or floating, are always at the mercy of nature and require constant maintenance and sometimes even complete rebuilding. Managing all of this shows just how tough and talented the Bajau are. They've got skills in carpentry and boat building that have been passed down for generations. Their homes are built to blend seamlessly with the natural elements and requirements. Stilt houses, anchored in shallow waters, keep them safe from marine predators and make it easy for them to get to their main destination, the ocean. Their boats aren't just homes, they're lifelines, helping them travel for fishing, trading, and keeping their nomadic lifestyle alive. Their social structure revolves around tight-knit traditions and roles, all tied to their unique way of life. Family is at the core, with multiple generations often living together, creating a strong sense of belonging and support, which is essential for their survival. Roles within these families are clear but flexible, adapting as needed to keep up with tradition and what's happening around them. In Bajau communities, men are mainly responsible for fishing and building boats and houses, skills that are passed down from father to son. Meanwhile, women are the household heroes, juggling chores and looking after the little ones. They're not just doing laundry and cooking, they're also the ones making sure there's food on the table, even when times get tough. But here's the coolest part. Raising kids is a team effort. From the time they're little, the kids are in the water, learning to swim and dive like it's second nature to them. They soak up all kinds of stuff about the sea, weather, and the art of fishing that has been accumulated over centuries. They're not sitting in classrooms with textbooks. They actually go out and live it every day. It's all about playing, observing, and joining in with family and friends. And when it comes to being leaders, it's not about fancy titles. It's about respect earned from being older, wiser, and really good at stuff like navigating and fishing. Social gatherings are a must, whether it's for religious ceremonies, weddings, or fishing trips. Decisions in the Bajau community are usually made together, focusing on everyone's opinion. Let's take a peek at how marriages happen in the Bajau community. They're not giving flowers. They're showing off their skills, like making boats, to prove they can take care of a family. In certain cultures, the potential bridegroom may sing his love to her outside her window. The wedding is a lively event. They exchange vows and rings, and elders offer blessings during the Manjalang Pasangan. The Bajau people mostly eat an abundance of seafood, which they cook by grilling or boiling and seasoning with local herbs and spices. Although rice is not a staple, it is often served with seafood. They also trade a lot, exchanging fish for rice and materials for their boats and homes. Modern influences and challenges, like changes in fishing and global culture, are putting their heritage at risk. The younger generation of Bajau, exposed to a wider world through technology and connections with other groups, is at a crossroads between tradition and modern life. The Bajau Sea Gypsies' future is like a puzzle of change and strength. Some are diving into modern life in coastal towns, while others are sticking to their wandering ways, going with the flow of the sea.